sponsored by Southern Comfort Fiery Pepper. I hope you're ready. As you're making your way in, remember, check out the Wingstop booth and that big screen TV. You could walk out of ZestFest within the back of your car, the back of your truck.
Yeah.
All you got to do is win the Atomic Wing Eating Challenge. At 1 o'clock today, sign up at Wingstop. You could win that beautiful television you see sitting right there. And speaking of beautiful, I saw a beautiful big hunk of steak at the Celebrity Chef stage a couple of minutes ago, and I saw John Bonell, and I saw a hot grill.
There we go.
That's the ingredients we're looking for. Come on in, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you a little bit about the man you see before you right now. We all know Chef John Bonell from Bonell's Fine Texas Cuisine over in Fort Worth. We've known it's the best restaurant around for a long time, but I've just been informed by Chef Bonell it is now the highest Zagat's rated restaurant in Texas. Not Dallas, not the Metroplex, all of Texas. 29 out of possible 30. Congratulations, Chef. You've seen him on CBS Morning News Today, Nightline, the Food Network. His current book you'll see on the counter there on the Celebrity Chef stage is John Bonell's Fine Texas Cuisine. The new book, John Bonell's Texas Favorites, will come online in 3 weeks. You can pre-order them right now from Chef Bonell's booth over on the far right side of the exhibit hall here. But right now, he's going to cook for us, and we're going to eat it. And I don't think we need to say anything more about it than that right now, except this. Ladies and gentlemen, from Bonell's Fine Texas Cuisine, Chef John Bonell.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. Hope nobody hurt you too bad. I've got a sirloin steak I'm going to show you today. We tend to call this our summer steak. I mean, we're pretty much either in summer or just about to be in summer around here in Texas. So this is one I like to do on the grill, or you can pan sear indoors. We're also going to sear some avocado. That's right, you can cook an avocado. We're going to make a little smoky salsa to go on top of this. So to start off with, I'm going to put just a little bit of oil on my steak here. This will keep it from sticking to the grill. Not a lot, just a nice little thin coating. Now if you put too much oil on your steak, you get this huge black cloud. Not a good thing. Just a nice little thin, even coating. That's perfect. And we're going to season this one up with our Texas Red Dirt Rub. I've got this over at my booth. If you guys are interested, we sell a Creole blend. This is one we put on everything. Steaks, fish, chicken, chops, you name it. Give it a little rub. That's our Texas Red Dirt Rub Creole blend. We also have a Southwestern blend that we do for something like carne asada, King Ranch casserole. Got a little more Tex-Mex flavor to it. We're going to put that right down on the grill. Start smoking it up in here a little bit. We're going to season the backside too. Give it a little bit of oil as well. You know why we season both sides? Exactly, because you're going to eat both sides, right? A little bit of red dirt rub on the back. All right. Now once we got that going, I'll show you how we make those really cool grill marks in just a minute. We're going to start on our salsa as well. Our salsa's got some grilled corn in here. To grill corn, again, just a little bit of oil, a little bit of red dirt, and I'm going to get a little touch of salt and pepper extra on there, just a little extra seasoning. I like to use kosher salt. It's real easy to pick up. It's a nice pure form of salt. We'll roll those around just a little bit and get those right on our hot grill over here too. We just want to get that corn where the outside is browned up a little bit. Just kind of get it roasty. You get a little more earthy, rustic flavor when you get it on the grill and brown it up a little bit. Now, here's what I was telling you about our grill marks. The first third of cooking goes like this. The second third, we just turn it 45 degrees and push it down a little bit. When we flip it over, you'll see what that does. Kind of a cool deal. Also in our salsa, we're going to put in a little bit of roasted poblano chilies. This is one of my favorite green chilies. It's got a lot of flavor to it. It doesn't have a tremendous amount of heat, but it's got a lot of earthy, rustic flavor. I've roasted this over an open fire. I like to roast these just over a gas burner. It's the easiest way. Turn a gas burner on, put a poblano on there. When it's black, it's done. Let it sweat for a little bit in a bag until it's cool enough to handle. Then I take the back of a knife blade and scrape the skins off. As many of the skins as you can. It's not always possible to get every bit of it. It's okay to leave a little bit, but if you leave all the skin on there, the flavor tends to be a little bit too bitter for me. So we get some of those skins off. We get a little bit of that poblano going here. Dice it up. A couple of the seeds are okay. And then in our bowl over here for salsa, we'll start with some of these guys. How's that steak doing? Let's take a look. When I turn it over, this is what I mean by those cool grill marks. See those diamond crosshatch marks? We started it this way, and then we turned it this way. Now we flip it over. You don't have to get grill marks on both sides because only one side is going to be face up on the plate. So if you mess up the first side, try again on the second one, flip it back over when you go to serve it. You get 2 shots at making your perfect grill mark. 45-degree angle. That's what we're looking for. So we got a little bit of our roasted poblano pepper in here. Got a little more. You can't have too many green chilies in a salsa, right? I've got some yellow tomatoes. Now when we make this one at the restaurant, I'll take the yellow tomatoes and the red tomatoes and put them in the smoker for a while. Get a little bit of pecan wood smoke, kind of, marinate inside there. You get a real sweet smoke out of it. Today we're just going to use a little bit of diced yellow and diced red tomato. A little bit of purple onion, as much as you can handle. We keep rolling that corn around a little bit. Make sure we get as many sides browned up as we can. Now all that salsa is going in here with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Use the good stuff for this one, We're going to use some lime juice. Plenty of lime juice. I got a couple extras. I'll show you a little tip on how to get the most juice out of your lime. You probably have an electric juicer that's been in the cabinet, still in the box. You hadn't opened it yet. This is the best juicer you got right here. Squeeze your tongs together. There you go. We get a little more lime juice going in there. Then we're going to season that up. And I'll show you how you can make it a little smoky if you don't want to have to get the smoker fired up and put your tomatoes on there. That steak's looking pretty good over here. I see somebody over here looking really disappointed at the size of this steak and counting the number of people. Don't worry, I got about 8 of them back there. We're going to have some sample. I didn't mean to make anybody cry. I'm sorry about that. Did I squeeze lime juice in your eye? Did I get all the way over there? That's my 8-month-old son, Ricky, in the front. That's the newest Bonell right there. You okay, buddy? Cutting a new tooth today, so he's having a hard morning. All right, for this salsa, here's the key. Sweet or hot smoked paprika. Sweet or hot, which one do you think we're using today, right? We're using the hot. This is ZestFest. This is not the banana pudding show. It's ZestFest. We're going to use some hot smoked paprika. Really makes a nice flavor. The hot stuff is not nearly as hot as cayenne, but it's got something to it, okay? The sweet stuff, it's kind of like bell peppers, but it's got a smoky flavor, so it's really nice. Smoked paprika, Spanish thing, wonderful stuff. Plenty of salt and pepper on this. Don't be shy with your seasonings. Let me check on my steak. This is how we tell when it's done. It's not quite there. Hey, we'll do marks on the backside too. Why not? So here's how I tell when a steak is done. I touch it. If you just touch your hand right there, that's what raw meat feels like, that muscle right on your thumb, if your hand is relaxed. Touch your first finger, that's kind of like medium rare. That's kind of like medium, medium well, and you're on your own. Huh? After medium well, I don't know what to tell you. Got a nice little salsa here. Probably needs a touch more salt. I don't think I quite got it. So if you ever wonder why somebody is cooking on a grill like in a restaurant or a big steakhouse, they got 30 pieces of meat going, how do they get them all right? They're doing this. They're touching it to see what the inside feels like. Seeing what kind of spring that meat's got. All right, how's that salsa looking? You got some nice color on that? Isn't that pretty? I'm gonna taste it. It's the only way to know if it's seasoned properly. Oh, that's beautiful. Our corn is ready here. We'll pull a few pieces of corn off and show you what we do. I've got some that's already done. But basically, we just want to take that corn that's nice and brown right off the grill, take our knife and just slice some right off the cob. I don't recommend doing this right when it comes off the grill because this is burning like crazy. But in the industry, we kind of develop these asbestos fingers. We're kind of used to taking the heat. So if I were you, I'd let it rest just a minute. I know most of you have asbestos taste buds out there. I've seen you at the booths over there. That nice roasted grilled corn with those little dark marks on the outside adds a wonderful element to our salsa. I've got plenty more in here too. This one is in the cookbook. This is on, I believe, page 150. We've got a new cookbook coming out. It'll be here in 3 weeks. It's on the slow boat from China right now, coming back from the printer. We are taking pre-orders for that one. I've got plenty of the fine Texas cuisine books as well. We've got tons of those with us today. Now, the one other element to this dish, oh, it's medium rare. That's what I like. I'm going to take that steak off the grill. Look at that. The backside looks okay too. I'm going to put that steak right here on our plate. And one other element to this dish, avocado. I'm going to open one of these guys up. Make sure it's a perfectly ripe one before we go any farther. Let's take a look. You know what happens if you open it up and you got a couple of brown spots? You know what you do? You open up the other one. Exactly. Now we're talking. That's perfect. So I'll take this avocado. Where'd my spoon go? There it is. We're going to take the avocado and just scoop it out. I'm going to use a half of an avocado for this dish. And I'll cut a flat spot on this side. You'll see why I do that in just a second. And this flat spot is perfect for a little snack. I'm going to get a pan over here nice and hot. Just a little touch of oil in there. I'm actually using avocado oil today. This is one of my favorite oils. Central Market carries it. What does Central Market not carry, right? Avocado oil has the highest smoke point of anything out there. It's as high as peanut oil. It's got wonderful flavor. There we go. We're going to sizzle this guy. We're going to sear it as high as I can get it. I want to put just a little bit of salt on there. I want to get it just kind of caramelized on one side, a little bit caramelized on the other, and then we're going to put it right on top of this steak. One of my favorite ways to do this here. Nice and hot, just a little bit of oil. We'll flip it over. That's what we're looking for, just a little bit browned up. When you caramelize some of the sugars on the avocado, you get this really complex, wonderful, roasty flavor. The whole thing that can't happen unless you get it really hot. Completely different flavor profile. You still get a nice sweet inside of the avocado. There we go. Avocado oil is also pretty healthy for you. I don't work for those guys, I just love their stuff. Now, we've got our our grilled sirloin steak topped with a seared avocado. Then we're going to take some smoky salsa, go right over the top of it. We'll fill that avocado up. Plenty of it going right around the front of the plate. And that is our dish. I got plenty of samples for you. Stick around. Thank you. My daughter Charlotte's in the front row too. Wave at everybody, Charlotte. Yeah, take it away.
Chef, I know you're open for any questions from the masses.
You bet. Fire away.
Anybody have anything you want to ask the man? This might be your only shot. He's John Bonell. Yes, ma'am.
I've never heard of avocado oil, so what else would you use it for?
Avocado oil? That's a great question. I'll take food oils for 1,000, please, Alex. It's got a very intense flavor like an extra virgin olive oil, so it works very well in dressings over tomatoes, mozzarella. It's a great cold oil. It's really green, has a lot of little kind of peppery notes to it, and it also sears anything extremely well. If you want to sear fish and get a nice brown side, if you want to sear meats, Great searing oil and a great cold oil. Absolutely love it. Very fragrant. I'll show
Chef,
you what
one over here to your right.
see if I can show you what the color looks like just on a white plate. Nice and green. See that? Can you guys see that one? Isn't that cool? It's got a beautiful little color and depth to it.
I have recently discovered grapeseed oil.
There we are. Congratulations. Grapeseed is fantastic.
Outstanding.
Grapeseed oil is also one of the greatest searing oils out there, and it has really light, almost no flavor. You can sear. It's a great performance oil. As far as a cold salad dressing kind of oil, it's not up there. But for searing, grapeseed oil is also outstanding.
If I'm going to make that salad that you made, can I use frozen corn?
Yes, frozen corn will work just fine. Get a pan really hot. Get just a tiny bit of oil or butter in there and brown up the corn just a little bit before you put it in the sauce, and you get a much roastier, more rich and complex flavor.
Thanks, Chef. Anyone else? I think they just want to eat, Chef.
They
You
just
made
wanna
it look
eat.
too good.
We can do that. I'll be signing cookbooks at the booth right over here, and we'll be giving out samples at the table up front. Everybody enjoy the show. I hope you've had a good time today.
Chef John Bonell of Bonell's Fine Texas Cuisine, everyone. Always a
very
hit
much.
at ZestFest. And remember, we will have an opportunity for you to make a donation to our friends at Irving Cares for financial